Welcome folks, John Matus again with the TCM tip of the week. My goal today is to show you a little bit about automated reminders to students, and this is accomplished with our Chrons feature. So in your Training Center suite you will have a Chrons reminder feature here, which you can click on and it will give you then the Chrons menu. So what a cron basically is a daily query of the database where TCM will go, look at student expirations, and email students who are about to expire. You essentially have to go ahead and set up your crons to a date range or date notice that is comfortable to you. So you can create new crons simply by hitting New Cron up here, selecting either all or a specific course, and how many days you want to email out the student, meaning how many days in advance of the expiration date would you like to remind them. So let me give you examples of some crons that we set up in our training center here in New Jersey. This is a giant list of them. You will notice everyone in the database is automatically emailed 30 days out from expiration. That is true of all courses. Now that's a pretty adequate time frame for some courses, but it's not a terribly good time frame for others. For example, neonatal resuscitation program is a program that we run once a month. So hitting them at the 30-day mark is okay, but if you only have one offering in those 30 days, you're really limiting your student to one potential course. So we hit neonatal resuscitation expirations 60 days out, and then of course they get hit another 30 days out. And basically what's happening here is this TCM is emailing the student an expiration reminder. The same is true, for example, for EMT refreshers, which is what a Core 13 is in my jurisdiction. The same is true for instructor expirations. The same is true for people who need a defensive driving course. And we also did that for PALS. And we did 90 days for Trauma Nurse Core course because that program is only offered once every other month at our training center. So the idea here is the more rare your course is, the further out you'll want to remind the students that they have extra time to get into a recertification. And again, the cron feature will enable you to do that. Crons are sent out by TCM at 10 p.m. every night, and it's done on a nightly basis. So what ultimately will happen in your application of this feature, the same way it does for ours, is you will go home one evening, you'll come in the next morning, and you'll have a bunch of expiration notices that went out, and thus you'll likely have a few students who have registered overnight, and when you come in, simply reflect as registrations in your inbox. So this is a way, again, for you to very passively and very automatically create return business for your training center simply by taking advantage of people's expirations and reminding them. And again, if they were happy with a course, they're likely to come back to you for a renewal. Some customizations that you can make to your crons include editing the template. So the emailed letter that goes out looks something like this. It will have the course type and the course location. It'll have the course expiration date. And of course, you can put links to your own training center simply by including your information on the bottom. You can also put additional information, perhaps some images. So there's some options as to what you can do. But this will give you a quick idea of how to set up your crons. All you need to do again is to click on the crons button, create a new cron. I would start with your auto email students every 30 days or so, and then analyze your offerings to see which ones are more rare, and then offer those crons a little further out, perhaps 60, perhaps 45 days, like ACLS renewal that we have here, and like the TNCC course that we have here. So I hope that's been useful as a quick tutorial on how to create return business to your training center using crons. You can check out all of our stuff at www.trainingcentermanager.com, and all of our software offerings are there, and we hope that this is useful for you to figure out how to create automatic reminders. Thanks.